Hi, it's Kim from Expressions of the Universe with your weekly wisdom for October 9th through the 15th. And we're on approach to the full moon in Aries. Today, as I'm recording this, late. But I have your stars and cards for all zodiac signs. And I chose for this week's crystal of the week. It's herderite and it's evolution. And I was like, I don't want to evolve right now. So I picked another card. Plus, I don't have any herderite. I would liken it to the stone that I have been picking for the last couple of weeks. And now I can't even think of what this is, but we've had this for the past few weeks. Apophyllite could even work with this, but we are all evolving. Things are changing. Evolution is not pleasant often because we have to go through trials and tribulations, and that's why I was like, no, I'm just not into it. But when we come out on the other side, apparently we're supposed to be better. We'll see. But the other crystal that I chose for the week was Amazonite, personal truth. I'll post more about these on Facebook and Instagram during the week. And I always have my Amazonite bracelet that I wear with my moonstone. Full moon, personal truth, speaking your personal truth, but also making sure that it's not steeped in dogma. I mean, maybe if that's your personal truth, then great, but we don't have to push our personal truths onto others. And I think that's part of the problem with the world is that, everybody has their opinions and blah, blah, blah. And then we try and push it onto other people. And that's where it becomes a problem. But live in your own truth. Don't let people tell you what you're supposed to think or say or do. Do your thing. Moonstone. I remember a couple weeks ago, I was looking for the peach moon or the pink moonstone, and I couldn't find it. And I said, I knew it was on the table. Well, here it is. It was still on my table. And then I found this piece of black moonstone. Actually, I think my friend Honey gave it to me after the last time we spoke. So really love that. It's so unique. So yes, moonstone always great for full moon, new moon. I wear my moonstone bracelet all the time, So this full moon bringing up a lot of emotion, especially because the moon just crossed Jupiter last night. Maybe you saw it. Friday night, the Jupiter was, the way I was looking at it, was to the left of the moon. And then somehow, the moon crossed over, but they were conjunct. Jupiter makes things bigger. Aries, full moon in Aries, it's a lot of really, really tense, deep, could be positive, creative emotions. The moon is always emotions. I'm just gonna pull my hair up and pull it back. I just need to get it out of my face. It's driving me a little crazy, so I can read your cards without worrying about my freaking hair. But this moon is also conjunct Chiron, the wounded healer in Aries. So it's bringing up a lot of our own personal insecurities. Could be anger, grief, denial, past life wounds about the self. Chiron has been spending a lot of time in Aries. And so We still have a couple more years of that, because we need to be working on ourselves. And I think that's part of this evolution card, is because we are trying to heal those wounds. You know, it could be from childhood or past lives. So it's bringing a lot of that up. Now, the sun is in Libra, so that's to bring balance and harmony. When we have a full moon, the sun and moon are opposing each other. The new moon is when the sun and the moon are conjunct or next to each other. We're also on approach to eclipse season. We're in eclipse season. So the new moon in Scorpio on October 25th will be an eclipse. You want to really pay attention to the eclipses. The following one will be that'll be a solar eclipse. The lunar eclipse will be in Scorpio on November the 8th. So I think that's, yeah, the new moon. So it'll be a new moon in Scorpio. I'm sorry, new moon in Scorpio on October 25th with the eclipse. Is that correct? So that'll be a lunar eclipse, and then the solar eclipse will be on November 8th in Taurus. So the opposition. That's what that is. That's also election day in the United States. So the October, and I hope that I'm getting that correct. And does it even matter? Do you even care? Let me see. Solar partial eclipse, new moon, is in 15 days on October 25th at 6:48 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So solar partial eclipse, new moon, the conjunction. And then the other will be the lunar eclipse opposition in Taurus on November 8th. So the new moon brings about new things that we're going to see. Solar eclipse, it's like shining the light on somewhere that maybe we didn't see before. And then that lunar eclipse is going to be a culmination, realization of what we see. Things don't look good. That's part of the reason why this video is late, because looking at all of the aspects coming up between now and March of 2023, it's been overwhelming me. You see what's going on in the world. It's in direct alignment with the aspects. Pluto went direct yesterday, October 8th. And we've been feeling that tension all week, because when a planet is getting ready to station direct, the energy builds because the planet has stopped. So it's building and building and building. It's getting its energy to go forward motion. And Pluto rules plutonium. And then we have the trine to Uranus and the North Node. Uranus rules uranium, Aquarius, explosions. You know, I even said chaos, expect the unexpected, chaos and disorder with Uranus and Taurus. Also bringing about, with that Taurus energy, it's our needs, our material needs that we need, you know, food and shelter and safety. And it's being disrupted. The prices of everything, you know, are going up. I just had to purchase heating oil. Yes, I live in a very old house, and it's on fossil fuel. And it was $5.19 a gallon. My tank takes 350 gallons. I only got 150. That should last a month, maybe a month and a half, but it was almost $800. And Guy, because he knows me, he said, "Oh, I'm glad that you called today, because on Monday I'm raising it $1 a gallon." So $6.19 a gallon. And it's supposed to be a bad winter. Luckily, my generator got its tune-up. It's being delivered on Monday. So I'll have that if we have power outages. And I do have a wood burning stove, and I think I'm going to have to rely on that to be my main heating source, and an electric fireplace as well. I'm going to have to ship things, wear sweaters, and hope for the best, right? But food security, insecurity is going to be on the uprise. A friend of mine who works in a supermarket in New York said that he was told, he's a manager of one of the departments at the supermarket, and they were told in a meeting that it looks like turkeys for Thanksgiving may be about $100. So I don't know if supermarkets will be doing the free giveaways. Keep your eye on that. There was an enormous bird aviary flu or disease that was going across the United States, and a lot of farmers had to kill their livestock because of that, and that's increasing prices. Just crazy stuff. We're going to have to learn how to really, budget our money, maybe do with less, switch products, or like really take a look at what we're doing, because between now and March things are very volatile. So Jupiter, speaking of, is currently retrograde in Aries. When it moves back into Pisces shortly, you can expect fuel prices to go up, because Jupiter and Neptune are Pisces signs, and that rules oil. So does Neptune. Jupiter and Neptune co-rule oil, the waters. So we could be hearing stuff about, flooding or waters, drinking water. And I hate to bring all that to you, but it's the reality of what's going on in the world. And, so Putin, he's playing around with nuclear threats. That's evident. Kim Jong-un in North Korea, he's been shooting missiles off too. So think about Mars and Gemini. Gemini is the sign of 2. Mars is the planet of war. It's not looking good. Mars is parked in Gemini for the next 7 months until March. March of 2023 doesn't look that great. And I was saying to my friends the other night, I know too much for my own good, that maybe it would be a little better if I wasn't so well educated in all of this, in finance, in astrology, that I wish that I was a little more ignorant. And not only that, is that my vast knowledge of astrology, I not only look at it on a global level, but even on a personal level, and it gives me so much anxiety. More on that at the end of this video, because I have an announcement. I've had a lot going on this week, but I want to get to your cards. Let's finish the stars. So this week, looks a little roller coastery. There were a couple of things that I wanted to point out. So Mercury will move back into Libra on Monday, October 10th. So communications could be happening, balance and harmony could be brought in. There has to be negotiations. That's what I'm feeling with that Mercury moving into Libra. Although there's other planetary aspects that it's like there's some stubbornness, pig-headedness, that people don't want to be hearing what other people have to say. So that kind of worries me on a global scale. What else was I seeing? I think it's like projected into the next week, because right before the eclipse on the 25th with the new moon in Scorpio, Saturn will be stationing direct. Saturn in Aquarius. Saturn you know, rules, regulations, restrictions, obstacles, our stability, our foundation. So over this next week, because like what I just said about the Pluto, when a planet is getting ready to station direct, it comes to a halt and it starts to build energy so that it can move forward. So we could be feeling those restrictions, those tensions, and going to share my screen with the chart for the for this full moon, because I just want to show you some aspects, and then I'll run through some horoscope-ish. Share my screen. All right, there we go. So this is the chart for the full moon that will be occurring tonight. Moon at 16 degrees. I think I wrote 33 minutes, but it's showing up here in my software as 32 minutes, which is insignificant. The moon, the sun is conjunct Venus. It is in the second house from the perspective that I'm looking at. So therefore, you know, we are looking at monetary things. Venus does rule money. But look at this trine of Saturn in Aquarius in the 6th house of, on a global scale, you know, it's the public's mental state of mind. And it is trining Mars and Gemini up in the 10th house of, you know, governments, rulerships. It's like people are plotting, people, and, you know, we could be seeing when Mercury down here moves back into Libra tomorrow, you know, negotiations hopefully are happening. Where I'm concerned is, see this green line here, that's an inconjunct or a quincunx. It's like an entrapment. Something needs to be released. It's the North Node and Uranus in Taurus up here in foreign matters, and it's quincunxing the sun, our vital life force. And, you know, if I just click on this North Node, it says North Node in the 3rd house. I don't know why the chart's doing this, but anyway, it represents a quest to understand interactions between people. We need to leave behind our varied belief systems of the past and find a viable form of communication. So that's really speaking to me about, you know, what I just said without even clicking on that. And then the Uranus, it says, you know, we could be quick and original thinkers are, we enjoy studying unusual subjects. So it's like we need new innovation, and approach things in a new and an original way. So, you know, but there is a pig-headedness, a bullishness. Now, if I just doing horoscopes, I'm looking at this, maybe I have an incorrect wheel style. Because where is the house? Oh, because I have Virgo on the ascendant in this, and I never changed it. Do I have, oh, here we go, uniwheel. Let's change that. I know that this isn't, no, I don't like that. Sorry. I'm trying to keep this, this video as simple as possible. All right, so to do the horoscopes, this is the actual wheel from my perspective. Aries, you're going to be occupying the 2nd house, which is our money and our values. There could be emotions coming up about that for you. Taurus, third house. This is why the North Node, it was talking about North Node in the third house. Siblings, negotiations, communications. We could be having issues, Taurus, with siblings, neighbors, and conversations in and amongst that. Gemini is fourth house. It's home and family matters. And I can attest to that being a Gemini. I've got stuff going on. Cancer, fifth house, creativity, romance, new adventures, new ventures. Leos, you want to look out for some health aspects possibly. Also too, this would be your work and your daily life. Virgos, this would be your relationships. All relationships, not just personal, but, you know, work and everybody that you come in contact with. Libra. So Libra is in the 8th house of death, endings, beginnings, unexpected expenses, definitely with Venus there. So that could be of concern for the Libras. 9th house, South Node in Scorpio is appearing there. The 9th house, on a global level, it is foreign affairs, but it is, you know, typically ruled by Jupiter, Sagittarius. So this is like possibly the need to break free, Scorpios, the need for freedom, the need for a new adventure. Sagittarius, big focus on work and career and your outward life. And that's what this new moon is bringing, especially because Sagittarians, you know, this is full moon in Aries, it's trining you. So coming up with some new creative outlets in your work, career, place. Capricorn, 11th house, big focus on your friendships, humanity, people outside, the people you're serving. Pluto is occupying this. And so Pluto just going direct, this would talk about death, endings, rebirths, transformations, possibly in your friendships, and in the way that you think on a global scale with compassion and kindness. Aquarius occupying the 12th house. Saturn is here. So, you know, we are having to go back and look at some things from the past. Are we restricting ourselves? I know I'm going to become a hermit. I am a hermit. We could be staying home more and just maintaining our energy, preserving our energy, coming up with a way to provide a safe and secure and stable environment for ourselves. Pisces, first house. This is a big focus on the self, your self-image, the way people see you out in the world. And there could be some shifts going on with that. So there we have it. Astrologically speaking, I think I covered it. You know, we're going to have some ups and downs, the moons that we have this week, obviously starting off in Aries. We will also have Taurus moon, so that'll be grounding during midweek. Thank goodness, we will need it. And we will wrap up the week with the moon in Gemini. That could spark that Mars in Gemini. That could also be when maybe by the end of this week, some negotiations happen. We can always look at everything from two sides, from the light side and the shadow side. And we should be always looking at both sides of everything, trying to maintain a neutral position, whether it's your personal life or out in the world on a global scale, is like try to come to that place where you can see both sides and maintain a neutral position. It's understanding and compassion for both sides. And maybe if we did that, people would be getting along so much better because we could understand each other. All right, let me get some coffees here. I have 3 cards for each sign. All right, so here are your cards and stars. You want to pay attention to your sun sign, your rising or ascendant sign, and your moon sign. And of course, if you have a stellium in any sign, you may want to pay attention to that as well. So here's your reading for the full moon in Aries. Aries also sparks off new beginnings, new creative adventures. And I love that. It's like taking a risk, taking a jump, starting something brand new. Let me just adjust how I'm going to do these cards. So the cards that I'm using an astrology deck. I am using a tarot deck from Colette Baron Reed. And then I'm also using the Wisdom of the House of Night Oracle cards. I was looking for my Halloween deck and I just didn't find it. I'm going to find it so that I'll bring that in next week. All right, Aries. Aries suns, risings, and moons. You're getting the card of I see. It's Sagittarius and Jupiter energy. So this would say to me that you're seeing a new way out, a new beginning, a new way to get around maybe an obstacle that you feel has been preventing you from a new beginning. Your tarot card is the Emperor. And this is saying it's time for you to take control, Aries. Take control of your situation, take control of your emotions, stand in your power. It doesn't mean that you need to roar like a lion and let everybody know that you have the power. This is more like a quiet type of power, just, you know, standing with pride, sitting with pride, and don't allow people to knock you off of your pillar. You know, this is a self-esteem type of thing. And interesting. So your other card, it is risk. This is taking the leap of faith. And I can't get these cards right. Maybe I should be doing it this way. This is about taking that leap of faith, seeing a way out, taking control and power of your situation and taking that leap of faith into something new. I love that for you, Aries. All right, Taurus. This is interesting, Uranus, and it says genius. Uranus is in Taurus until 2026, creating chaos and unexpected crap everywhere. But this is such an eclectic type of genius energy. So this would say to me that new ideas would be coming to you, Taurus. Use this creative genius energy that you have over these next few years to reinvent yourself, reinvent your life. Your tarot card, put these glasses back on. Your tarot card is 5 of Fire, but it is reversed. So this is really saying to me that, yes, you have that creative genius, but maybe the ideas just haven't come to you yet. You could be feeling stuck. You could be feeling very low on energy and just nothing has sparked yet. That's what I'm feeling for the Tauruses. Nothing has sparked yet, but it will be coming. And your Wisdom of the Night card, I love it. It's hope. It's holding on to hope. And we have that beautiful moon in the forest, in the darkness. This is saying that there is still some light there. So if you've been losing hope, if you've been losing faith, hold on, because the light is coming. It is. You know, when things are good, things are, things are on the up, but they don't stay that way forever. They do have to come down. But remember, if you're in that downward place, they have to come up again. it's a constant cycle. So, but it's hard when you're in that, when you're stuck in that. It's hard to hold on to hope, right? All right, Gemini's Saturn, the truth. Interesting as Saturn stationing, getting ready to station direct. I pointed out in the chart how it is trining Mars in Gemini. So this is perfect. And this is about finding your truth, getting around the obstacles, getting around the restrictions, getting around the rules and the regulations, and maybe coming up with your own personal truth, which harkens back to the Amazonite card that I pulled for this week. Your tarot card is 4 of air. And so this would be like the 4 of swords to me. This is really talking about taking a respite. Taking a respite, taking a rest. It is okay to do that while we're working through these energies. So, you know, don't think that you just have to be all go, 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 go. There are times when we do have to take a rest and figure out what our truth is. And your wisdom of the night card is, I just want to scream really loud. You'll know why. It's letting go. It's letting things transform, letting things be as they are. You know, full moons are about letting go. And so this is Gemini's could be coming into a time of letting go. I'll talk more about that at the end. So yeah, gonna leave it at that, but look at those butterflies. And so this is saying, like, to me personally anyway, you know, the butterfly talks about transformation. And what I am hearing right now is nothing, energy can't be destroyed. It just transforms. And so that is what I'm picking up. And I guess, you know, the elaboration on that is when you let go of something, you still always have that memory. You still always have the things that were. It's just transforming into something new. It can be something really beautiful. Look at how beautiful those butterflies were, right? Sometimes we don't have the foresight to see that far into the future. Cancers. It's talking about the North Node and life's purpose. Cancer's been kind of laying a little low. You know, Cancers were in the spotlight, not only this summer, but a few years back, 2 years back, to be a matter of fact. And so the only pressure I feel like for Cancers is the Pluto opposition. Pluto is changing and transforming Cancers. Oppositions are difficult. They force us to change. They force us to transform, especially with it being Pluto. This card is saying to me, this is a time for you to start to contemplate your life's purpose with that North Node card. And this is 4 of fire. And I love that because things are going to start moving in a positive fashion. Look at the colors in these cards. It's fire, fire energy. I love it. So it's like creativity, new beginnings, new ventures, new ideas. And this card is saying reminder, and it says don't forget. What I feel is that if you are a Cancer, Sun, rising, moon, stellium, you will know what this means to you. So I'm just going to kind of leave it there. Leo moon. This says Virgo, I analyze. Yes, I've been going through a lot of overthinking lately. But yes, I analyze. So this would say to me that it's time to maybe look at some of the details, thinking about where this full moon is falling in the chart of Leo's. It is 6th house. It is about the details, the daily routine. So you're going to be wanting to go through your checklists, Leo, and your to-do lists, and maybe tweak. This full moon is also trining the Leos. So this is new creativity, possibly new romance. Stop over analyzing things, maybe, right? Your tarot card, it's the call. This is the card of judgment. This is about heeding the warning signs, hearing the call, hearing those, your spirits, your ancestors, your angels coming to you. I don't know, I'm sorry, I can't think, but I think you understand where I'm going with that. It's like, pay attention to the signs, pay attention to the signposts. They're going to lead you in the right direction. Don't miss those signs. But with this also being like a judgment type of card, it speaks about letting go of judging yourself and others as well. That's where that overanalyzation comes in, because when we're overanalyzing ourselves and others, we have a tendency to judge, right? And your wisdom of the night card is denial. The denial card. So you want to think about, well, and here's the thing. I am a Leo moon, and I'm maybe kind of in denial about what's happening in the world, what's happening in my life. A lot of us are in that place. So, you know, we go through different stages, and we could be right now, Leo, stuck in that denial process of what is coming, what is happening. That's what I'm picking up from that. Virgo. All right, Virgo, part of fortune. This is lovely. So Mercury is currently in Virgo. We just came out of Virgo season. This is the Virgos coming into an increase, part of fortune. Virgo aspects would be trining Uranus in the North Node, so that could be a good thing. Part of fortune is always a good thing. I love that. So this is like prosperity and abundance for the Virgos. All right, your tarot card, it's the moon, but it is in reverse. So this is just saying that, like, you can't see things clearly. You may not see the light of a situation yet. There could be some deception around you. But this is also saying, like, be really wise about your choices, use your inner wisdom and your intuition. This is also speaking about intuition. Your intuition could be off right now, Virgos. So contemplate, give things thought. Don't take that leap of faith. You know, like, really think things through. We're still in the shadow of Mercury retrograde in Virgo currently. So you want to give things some time to culminate. Your wisdom of the night card is forbidden. This is kind of showing that something is being restricted from the Virgos, possibly. You could feel that maybe you've been cheated out of something, you didn't get something you deserved. This is also kind of bringing up a Pandora's box, like, leave things alone, also with that full moon card. But, you know, I'm reminded that whatever we're restricted from, we're being protected from. Libra, you have the Scorpio card of I Transform. And that's perfect because we are in Libra season. This full moon is opposing all the Libra aspects, and it is about letting go of things so that they can be changed and transformed. Your tarot card, it's the 9 of Fire. And so that to me is saying everything will come to a culmination in its due time. There could be some impatience there, Libra. You're wanting things to happen faster than they are happening. Just be patient, because everything will fall into place. This is also saying that the burden could be a little bit heavy at the present time, and it's time for you to let go of some of those heavier weighted burdens, is what I'm hearing. And your Wisdom of the Night card is wishing. So think about the things that you are wanting to bring in. Put that into your projection. Cast your wish and let it go, because that's when it will come to you. This is also with that wish and it being the full moon with the opposition to the Libra. This is saying things will come to a culmination within the next 6 months for the Libras. Scorpio. Scorpio, we have water element, and it's about sensing. And that is so scorpionic, isn't it? This is really about tapping into your intuition. We're getting ready to come into Scorpio season. This is about, getting into your element. This is also, using your emotional intuition. The eclipses will be affecting the Scorpios. I would just tap into the present moment and really feel all the feels right now, Scorpios. Your tarot card, it is the 6 of Fire. So we keep seeing these same themes of the fire, but also all being reversed. So it's yes, new beginnings, new ventures, but they're not happening right now. New ideas, they're coming, but we could be feeling a little stuck, right? Still futzing with my hair. But I feel like that's what's happening. We're very low on energy right now. And I think that that's okay. Take a respite if you need it. Your Wisdom of the Night card is High Priestess of Spirit. And that goes perfect with the Sensing card. This is about staying in the present moment, really tapping into your intuition, Scorpios, and letting that guide you. Sagittarians, we have Pisces energy with, I believe, this is about hopes, dreams, wishes, really, whatever it is that you're wanting and needing, Sagittarians, you have to believe it first for it to culminate. This is also a filtering out of what is no longer serving you, as this full moon is also trining the Sagittarius aspects. So you're getting rid of some things that aren't serving, allowing it to filter out through this ammonite. I've featured that before, and it's used as a filter to hold on to the bits and pieces that are still good for you and to let go of what isn't. Your tarot card, it's the Wheel of Fortune. It is reversed. I spoke about this at the beginning, whereas when things are down, when that Wheel of Fortune is down, don't worry, because things will turn around eventually. Nothing stays down forever. And it's also part of your determination, your will, and your beliefs that could turn that around. Your Wisdom of the Night card is Summon. This is talking about summoning the energies. The veil is thinning. Call upon your angels, your ancestors, your spirit guides. Summon them to help you through any rough times that you may be going through. Capricorns. Interesting. So it's the opposite, the opposition of Cancer, what I spoke about, and it's about allowing yourselves to feel. Oftentimes, you know, Capricorns, you are an earth sign, you're very grounded, rooted. Tap into that opposite sign of yours, which is Cancer, and allow yourself to start, you know, feeling the feels, being more empathetic, being more compassionate and kind, not only to yourself, but to others. We can't shut off our feelings completely. Said no Aquarius ever, right? I'm not an Aquarius, but it made me think of Aquarians. But it's also about allowing yourself to feel in order to heal, Capricorns. Your tarot card is the Chariot. This is not a time to be making decisions. I know you want to leave situations that aren't serving you, but this is a time to be kind of sitting in it. The time is coming for you to change and transform and to let things die away, but now is not the time to be making any rash decisions, Capricorns. And your wisdom of the night card, it says conclusion. You're drawing your conclusions now. Journaling is perfect for the Capricorns at this time, thinking things through, but things are coming to a conclusion. You know, Pluto, I gotta get rid of that bun. Pluto is in Capricorn. It's changing and transforming, not only everything in the world, but within your personal lives as well. Aquarius. Aquarius, you've got some healing of the mind to do. It's Mercury, it is of the mind, but that green is automatically making me feel like healing our thoughts and our beliefs, opening up to new thoughts and beliefs. Sometimes Aquarians can be like really super stuck in their thoughts and belief systems, thinking that they know everything, and that they are the end all be all of, you know, whatever. Leave it at that. Your tarot card is, it's the World, and I love it because, like, look at that world there. And I believe that's Taurus, if I'm not mistaken. The World, it's like when you change and open your mind, the world is your oyster, Aquarius. This would also say to me that things are opening up for the Aquarians, especially, you know, because Saturn will be going direct in Aquarius. It's like new innovations. Oh, and you know what? So this is perfect alignment because you have the movement card. So things are finally going to start moving forward for the Aquarians, but you need to give it about another week or two before you really start to feel that freedom, that sense of movement. And last but not least, we have the Pisces. Pisces, it's about fourth house and roots. So you may be wanting to look at your own family tree, your own tree of life, looking back, tapping into more family-based things. Now, with the astrology, I said that it is about your interpersonal, yourself, this full moon, your outward appearance and everything, but there's a big reflection from your family and your roots that really affects who you are. So you're going to be doing some contemplation, possibly letting go of some old outworn family beliefs, or even some of the people that are in it. Your tarot card, it's the Empress, but it is reversed. This is saying that your needs may not be being met, Pisces. This is an opportunity for grounding. You know, we've got some really good earth elements here. You know what? This is a good opportunity to count your blessings. Look for the gratitude of what it is that you do have instead of focusing on what you don't. And your wisdom of the night card is High Priestess of Water, which is so Piscean. The number 4 does talk to me about the 4th house. So that aligns perfectly. But this is really saying, like, tap into your intuition. If you're needing to make a new plan, you have it within you. You're just not allowing yourself to sense it and feel it possibly. Allow your uber intuitive Piscean nature to tap in and come up with the solutions that you need. All right. So that is it for the stars and cards. Oh, this freaking hair. I don't know. I need a haircut. But I kind of like it long. Anyway, so what is going on? And I'm not going to get emotional, but I may need to be taking a break. I don't know. This past week, I went to take my dogs for their routine annual checkup and their triannual every 3 years rabies shot, and discovered that something wasn't right with my beagle, my Barley Baby Beagle Brown, the beagliest brown of all the town. He is 8 years old, almost 8.5. He's my Gemini twin. His birthday is 2 days after mine. He was from my nephew's litter of pups. And when the vet was examining him before she was doing the rabies shots, she noticed that his lymph nodes were enlarged. And I found out yesterday that he has stage 4 lymphoma. So he only has about 3 weeks, maybe 2 months to live. And like, this just came out of nowhere because I had him at the vet 6 months or less ago because he had kind of like slipped a disc. Took him in for a checkup. So I don't know how to deal with this right now. I suffer from depression, so things like this send me into a black hole. I try so hard to be really positive, not only for myself, but for all of you. And I'm going to a dark place. I mean, I'm trying to keep myself out of it, but it's hard. This comes as a shock, and it sucks so bad. I just feel like things are not fair. So I always look for the gratitude. And while I was waiting for the results all week, like, I just thought to myself, thank God, thank dog that I took him on vacation this year. The beach house that I rented, I made sure, would accept animals, and I will always have it. It's the first time he got to go to the beach. And every morning, I think, I told all of you, and I kept posting, every morning we would wake up at 5 a.m. I would get my coffee and we would go to the beach and watch the sunrise. And we were walking along the beach every single day, and he loved it. He absolutely loved it. For the most part, he's okay right now. I did notice his energy levels are shifting. He didn't greet me at the door when I came home from work on Friday, which is so not like him. But he was in my bed. And when I went in my room, the tail's wagging, and I'm like, oh, let's go out. And he did run around a little bit yesterday, but I could tell things are changing. Now, the thing with lymphoma, the problem with that is, yeah, I could do chemo, but it would, I mean, with how advanced the stage is, it's gotten to his liver already. chemo typically on a low grade lymphoma could buy 6, maybe 12 months. That's on a low grade, like a stage 1 lymphoma. In his situation, chemo might buy him a month, if that, and it's $10,000. I don't begrudge, I've never begrudged my dogs spending money on them, because I've spent tens of thousands of dollars on all of my animals over the years. This is not a situation for that. So we're going to keep him comfortable with steroids and pain meds. Lymphoma is typically not a painful type of cancer. And there's a good chance that he's just going to pass in his sleep. And that's how that happens. Lymphoma is often a silent killer that it just comes on, and it's very quick. It's very sudden because it's the lymph nodes and it runs through the entire system, and boom. It sucks because he's such a frigging great dog. He says the word out. I think I've told you that. I've tried to record it so many times. I'm hoping I can get a little video of him doing his out when he needs to go out. He comes and he tells me he needs to go out. It's crazy. But also too, he'll be with Sugar, the golden retriever, who was his girlfriend, and Oi, my Pomeranian, Missa, my cat, who I lost earlier this year, and then her brother, Coley, plus his own mother and father. His father just passed last year at age almost 19, and his mother passed when she was pretty young, but I thought that I would have him so much longer, and I really am kind of having a pity party. I'm feeling sorry for myself, and I kind of need to be in that a little bit, because I feel like it's just so unfair. It's really just so unfair. That's it. So I don't know like really how this will affect me. I don't want to go to that dark place, but I will. I'm going to dip in and out of it, because I feel like life is just effing me sideways and from behind every time I turn around. I said to my neighbor last night, I wonder if life smokes a cigarette after it's done effing me. I'm trying to be humorous, but that's how I feel. And I'm mad and I'm grieving. And I need to spend all of my time with him. So that's what I'm going to do. Anyway, I'm sorry to end this on such a sour note. And I saw it in his chart. I saw it in my chart. And that is what really sucks. That's why I know too much for my own good sometimes, because I saw it coming and then I was in denial myself, not wanting to see it. And I'm just like, okay, well, you know, like these aspects happen all the time. Maybe this is just nothing. I want to like stand up on a mountaintop and scream the F word at the top of my lungs. That's it. Happy full moon. I'm going to timestamp all of this. You probably know that if you've gotten this far. And thanks for watching. And I don't know. I'm going to do my best to post on Facebook and Instagram and keep up with these, but I just don't know, because I need to go out into nature and be with my dog right now. Love you. Thanks for watching. Bye.